Antes de eso tenemos ya papam, 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 más cerrado. Pam, papam, papam, papam. Así suena ahora. Ok, esto podemos hacer mucho mejor. Cuidado todos la cromática, ya papam, la afinación, fantástico. Doble barra, ya pa.
Hi, this is Chandler Branch, Executive Director of Soli Deo Gloria. In October of 2006, I had the privilege of joining conductor John Nelson in San Jose for 2 concerts with the National Symphony Orchestra of Costa Rica. This was a very special occasion for SDG and the culmination of a project that was many months in planning. Once or twice a year, SDG supports performances of great sacred music on the international scene, and in doing this, we look for performing organizations that share our interest in this repertoire and are receptive to outside support. We've been involved with similar projects in China, Russia, Ukraine, and Armenia. The centerpiece of the program in Costa Rica was Verdi's 4 sacred songs for chorus and orchestra, a beautiful but seldom performed work written near the end of the composer's life, and the concert opened with Mendelssohn's 4th Symphony. SDG's part in this production was to supply a sponsorship grant to the orchestra and to provide the pro bono services of a great conductor, and not surprisingly, the latter part of that was really what made the project such a memorable experience, I think, both for the performers as well as the audience. There was a great connection between the conductor and the musicians as the maestro poured a tremendous amount of energy into preparing the performance, something I think they very much respected. In fact, one of the players that I met backstage after the first performance just said to me, "Thank you for sending Maestro, it's wonderful for us." So they seemed very grateful for the opportunity to work with him. The concerts took place in an absolutely gorgeous theater, the National Theater in San Jose. It's a smaller theater, it seats about 1,000, and both performances were very well attended. In fact, they were sold out, and the audience was thrilled. In the days preceding the concerts, John Nelson's appearance as guest conductor drew a fair amount of media attention. He was interviewed by several reporters, and I had opportunity to sit in on one of those interviews and capture his comments on film. Of particular interest were his comments about an experience he had as a child in Costa Rica and how that impacted his musical development.
This environment that I was raised in here in Costa Rica was extremely important for my musical life. I will tell you one story. We would go to Punta Arenas for vacation. And on Sunday we would go to church, and a little church, no floor, you know, and a tin roof. You know. I remember when I was a little boy, 8, 9 years old, I saw a boy next to me in the church singing. He was so happy. He was singing with his face was going to explode, and his veins in his throat, because he was singing so loud and so happy. I never forget this image. I never forget it. And I have spoken to orchestras around the world about this little boy that I never forget, and that this is what an orchestra should sound like. An orchestra should sound like, you know, something exciting, full of joy.
One of the real delights of this project for me personally was to get to see the many reunions that took place in connection with John and Anita Nelson's visit to the area. Maestro Nelson grew up in Costa Rica, the son of missionary parents, and so there were many smiles and many hugs and many tears that surrounded their visit, and it really was a joy for me to share.
Dora, recuerdo todo que me alegro de verle.
My brother here.
You're going out right. Yeah, I'm going ahead of you.
Thank you very much for your interest in Soli Deo Gloria's work in Costa Rica. Just as a parting thought on this project, I want to leave you with one of the truly wonderful moments in Verdi's Four Sacred Songs. This takes place in the fourth and final song, the Te Deum, when the chorus arrives at the text, which is translated, "Holy, holy, holy, Lord God of hosts, heaven and earth are full of the majesty of your glory." I certainly experienced that majesty and glory in Costa Rica. It's an absolutely beautiful country, and I hope that you will get a sense for that as the chorus sings this wonderful text. Again, thank you very much for your interest in Soli Deo Gloria. It's deeply appreciated.